The chainsaw for you. In today's world, the most efficient way of cutting wood, clearing brush, and trimming trees is the chainsaw. But how is the average American supposed to know what chainsaw to purchase? What factors are there to consider? What is a good value for a chainsaw? We've looked at your competitors, and we believe we know what your customers value when they look to purchase a chainsaw.
We are a third-party chainsaw analyst group, and we are here to provide the best wood-cutting solution for your needs. By funding us, we will provide you with the best chainsaw on the market, including an in-depth analysis on the critical components of the chainsaw so you can judge for yourself if the chainsaw you're considering will be up to the job.
To begin our analysis, we must first take a look at the current market for chainsaws. A few examples of the current chainsaw models on the market are listed below. The criteria we used to evaluate the market were the key features each model had, customer praise and complaint, and finally what we call chop for change. This number is simply a ratio of the cost of the chainsaw compared to the customer rating out of 5 stars according to Amazon.com. We take this as a monetary value for quality. The lower the ratio, the better, as this means the customer is paying the least out of pocket for a quality product. The first model we evaluated was the Husqvarna 450 18-inch chainsaw. This model features a 50.2 cc engine, weighs 10.8 pounds, has low vibe technology that reportedly dampens vibration from the running engine, smart start technology that reportedly eases starting, and costs about $360. This model scored a 4.3 out of 5 with customers and leads to a chop for change of $83.72 per star. The next model we evaluated was the Remington RM5118R Rodeo 18-inch chainsaw. This model features a 51cc 2-cycle engine with quick start technology that reportedly makes starting easier, anti-vibration design to dampen vibration, and costs about $199. This model scored a 4.3 out of 5 as well, but led to a chop for change ratio of $46.28 per star, making it quite the bargain over the Husqvarna. Next we have the Poulan Pro 42cc 18-inch chainsaw. This model features an automatic oiler, a quote super clean air filtration system, effortless pull starting, and comes in at around $180. The Poulan Pro scored a 3.5 out of 5 with customers, earning it a chop for change of $51.43 per star. Finally, we have the Blue Max 45cc 18-inch chainsaw. This model features a 2-cycle engine, a quick stop feature, handguard, safety trigger, and an automatic oiler. The Blue Max costs about $155 and scored a rating of 3.4 stars with customer, earning it a chop for change value of $45.59 per star. To sum things up, we conclude that according to the market survey and customer ratings from Amazon.com, that the most chop for change comes with the purchase of the Remington brand chainsaw. While it did not have the very lowest chop for change value, its value was within $1 of the Blue Max chainsaw, but scored nearly a star ahead of it.
There are so many factors that go into choosing the best chainsaw. Cost, size, startability. It can get overwhelming. After surveying the market, we found that we can narrow it down to just a few: durability and safety. We want to make sure you get a product that is going to last and operate safely. And now let's apply these factors to a few components of the chainsaw. To ascertain which components are most critical for the performance of the chainsaw, a Design Failure Modes and Effects Analysis, or DFMEA, was performed. A DFMEA splits a machine into its components. In our case, this meant parts such as the chain, guide bar, pull cord, recoil spring, and more, and ranks them based on a set of criteria to determine which components are essential to function and performance.
The guide bar on the chainsaw was reviewed and determined a critical component according to our analysis. First, information was gathered on the dimensions and known forces on the bar, including the weight of the bar and the force expected to be pushing on it while cutting wood. From there, more calculations were performed and 2 possible modes of failure were determined: shear and bending. Taking the failure due to shear, which had a higher stress and is therefore more likely to occur, we then determined if the guide bar could withstand the forces needed to cause that failure. Looking at the properties of the material typical for most guide bars, medium carbon steel, we found the bar is overly sufficient for any load expected in the field. Therefore, we conclude the average bar found on chainsaws in the market is well designed and should not be expected to break under normal operations.
The second component deemed critical by our failure mode analysis was the drive sprocket. Specifically, we looked at the spur sprocket design. For this component, we took a different approach by analyzing the failure due to wear, as opposed to failure due to shear or bending. This means that instead of looking at a sudden catastrophic failure, we analyzed how long it would take for the sprocket to reach an unacceptable level of wear. Qualitatively, the rule of thumb for changing the drive sprocket on a chainsaw is to do so with every second chain. A more quantitative measure of failure would be when the teeth of the sprocket are worn down by 2/100ths of an inch. Using factors such as the diameter of the sprocket, the torque and RPM produced by the engine, and the material properties of the steel sprocket and chains, we can mathematically estimate the time it would take for the teeth to reach a wear of 2/100ths of an inch. From these calculations, we found that the expected time it would take for the sprocket to be considered unusable falls within an acceptable range.
The components mentioned previously are just a few of the many parts we have analyzed for your benefit. For further information, please refer to our technical report. Now you have the knowledge of what the best performing chainsaw on the market could be for you. Get the most chop for your change.